Is PMU getting super competitive? It sure is. However, does that mean that you can't make money? What's up, beautiful people? It's me, Anna. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for PMU artists to get confident and get clients. I know it's been a minute since I've recorded a video for YouTube. It's because I recently launched my training program, which I am so excited about. No one ever tells you how much work it is to actually put a whole lesson plan and training program together. It definitely was a big learning curve for me and took a lot of time, which is why I had to take a little bit of a hiatus from YouTube, but I'm back. And I'm excited. Today's video is going to be a really special one, so let's just dive right into it. Today's video is going to be all about whether or not it's still worth it to become a permanent makeup artist, or has it become too saturated with competition. I'll go over some of the pros and cons of being a permanent makeup artist and some really important considerations to think about as you're deciding for yourself if this is a right career for you. You have to know what your strengths are that you can offer to the industry and to clients. What is your capacity for building this career? Are you going to be working on it full-time, or do you really only have part-time hours to work on this? And what are some of your long-term goals for becoming a permanent makeup artist? If I'm being honest, becoming a permanent makeup artist is actually the easy part. The hard part is finding clients and staying in the game for the long term. Before I get into the pros and cons of being a permanent makeup artist, I'm just going to get this out of the way and say that yes, permanent makeup is still a very profitable industry. So some of the reasons why the permanent makeup industry is still making money and will continue to be profitable despite there being competition is because the market for it is still there. People with disposable income are looking to shop, they're looking to spend money on beauty enhancements, and on top of that, this pool of people who have money to spend is becoming bigger and bigger by day. For example, Gen Z is now entering the job market. They're making money, so they have more disposable income. Even though we think of it this way, like, oh, there's competition, however, the people who need these services are also increasing. So if we think about it in terms of economics, as long as there is a demand for permanent makeup, the market will always need people to supply it, aka us, the artist. Another reason why, despite there being competition, permanent makeup can still be a lucrative career is because the amount of diversity is also increasing. There is a wider pool of different ethnicities, skin types, people, backgrounds that need artists whose work can represent them, whose work they see reflected in themselves. If you can be that person for different types of clients, then you can still carve a big space out for yourself in this industry and be successful. Another reason why PMU can still be a very profitable career is because with advancements in tools and technologies, we're actually coming out with more techniques. If you think about it this way, like tattoo artists, there is an abundance of them in this world. However, each tattoo artist is very different and they specialize in different techniques and artworks. Same thing goes for permanent makeup. Even within eyebrow tattooing, there's so many different styles and techniques that an artist can do. So if you can specialize in specific techniques that you really enjoy and want to create for your clients, there's going to be clients who look for that specific technique. And finally, permanent makeup has really been booming due to global reach. Back then, without Instagram and social media, a lot of permanent makeup artists had to resort to marketing tactics such as using physical mail or going around to different businesses and really spreading the word. That reach was very limited. But nowadays with social media, our reach has expanded and we can literally talk to people from all over the country, from all over the world. And those clients are willing to travel. If they find an artist that they love, they will be willing to fly to you and sign up for a service. Just think about it this way. Tattoo artists have really carved out a name for themselves. And even though there's a lot of competition, a lot of them are still very successful due to the fact that they have upskilled and they have created a niche for themselves. With that being said, yes, permanent makeup is a very competitive industry right now. However, we've seen this over and over again with all different types of industries. And at the end of the day, with the internet and all of the resources that you have at your fingertips, you can still become very successful as long as you're willing to put in the work to become the best PMU artist that you can be. Let's talk about some of the pros of being a permanent makeup artist. Number one, you get to decide your own hours. I'm seeing this as a trend more and more, that people are really waking up to how important work-life balance is and living life on your own terms is. If you're someone who has a family or you want to be able to spend more time doing the things that you love, such as traveling or pursuing your hobbies, permanent makeup is a great industry to get into. Number 2, this is a flexible source of income, meaning you can either go at it full-time and make it a full-time career or business. And even if you're someone who's maybe in school or you have a part-time job and you want to make some income doing something that you love that's creative, this is also a great opportunity to jump into. Number 3, there is room for long-term growth. Even within permanent makeup, I know it sounds very niche, but there are so many opportunities to expand. You can become a trainer, become a salon owner, and offer many more different types of services. You can develop products for an e-commerce store, become an online course creator, business coach, an author, an event organizer, and so much more. The opportunities are honestly limitless. Now, before you run to go sign up for a course and become a permanent makeup artist, there are some words of caution that I need to give you. Being a permanent makeup artist is a whole production. You need to learn and upskill along the way. You need to actually work on clients, build a portfolio, and you need to learn how to promote your work. There are a lot of different parts that go into running this one career that you're going to have to learn and put in the work. The second con to being a permanent makeup artist is that there is a very steep learning curve. And this process looks like getting over the fear of tattooing actual clients, learning skin and pigment theory, helping clients with aftercare, learning photo editing and photo taking skills, as well as a basic understanding of social media so that you know how to promote your work. Because of this steep learning curve, there are some recommendations that I want to make for you if you are willing to stick around and get started in this industry. There are 2 things that you really need to focus on and have a combination of in order to be really successful. Firstly, if you want to get started and you want to get ahead, you have to get quality education, and then you have to pair that with relationship building skills on social media. Let me explain what that means. When it comes to the education portion, who you start training with really matters. That's why if you're a beginner, I do not recommend starting with online courses. I know that online courses are more affordable. However, this route means that you're gonna have a lot more DIY on your part to try to learn, and that's just not the most productive way to learn. Permanent makeup is very difficult, and so in order for you to get good and not start off with bad habits and start off with mistakes, you want to have an actual trainer there who's had experience in this field that can be able to watch you and really adjust your hand movements and adjust your technique so that you can produce better work. Even though in-person trainings are more expensive, you want to think of it this way. When you buy one online course for a few $100s, yes, it's way cheaper than a $3,000 in-person course. However, this online course might not be enough. And so you need to buy another online course and then another one to try to plug in the missing holes. And as a result, if you go this DIY route, you're actually learning at a much slower pace. Instead, if you spend a few $1,000s on an in-person training, you're actually getting premium education because you're able to watch live the educator perform and teach you the different techniques. They can tell you where your blind spots are, and they can help you learn a lot faster because they've gone through it and they've made the mistakes. So now they can teach you what to do and what not to do. And as a result, you learn much faster, you produce better work, and actually you get a return on investment much quicker. Now, in terms of leveraging social media, a lot of people don't think about this when they become a permanent makeup artist. They think that just learning how to do brows is enough, but that's not true. Due to the competitive nature of PMU, producing good work is no longer enough. You need to be able to communicate and connect with ideal clients and be able to offer your services to them and get it in front of their faces in a very authentic way. That's why the combination of producing good work and being able to promote it on social media is literally a killer combo, and it will help you stand out in this competitive field. Which is why in my in-person trainings, I not only teach my students the techniques, but I also give them the foundations for business and marketing that they need in order to get started. If you guys are interested in my in-person trainings, I'll go ahead and link them down below for you to check out. With that being said, I really hope that this video helped and that it gave you some clarity on whether or not permanent makeup is the right career path for you. If you liked today's video, I have a feeling that you're going to love these 2 videos here, so go ahead and give them a watch. Anyways, guys, that is it for today. Remember to be yourself, be brave, and go out and chase that dream of yours. I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.